Tim Brook, starting inside row number 2, needs to finish ahead of car 4 in this one. The racing's been great all weekend long. We line up the Toyotas. It's a big grid. 31 cars, 10 laps at Sandown, and we are racing.
What a healthy-looking field, Chad. How good is it to see 32 Toyota 86s at such an iconic event as the Penrite Oil Sandown 500? And that's a great start from King. He tries to hang on the outside over that ever-aggressive curb, and he's able to slot in and take that position away from Aaron Borg. He'll lead us for the first time up this long back straight here at Sandown.
Tim Brook committed so hard around the outside. Here's Steve Johnson. Again, he's got Luke Vanner for company in the 38. That's in the Bitcoin car. Driving for the dude, Paul Morris. And we go racing down this back straight. What a battle pack that one is. Declan Fraser in the 777. It's been a rough weekend for him. This is going to be tight.
And a whole heap of opposite lock for Stephen Johnson while we're on board with him. That Dunlop Dureza tyre just a little bit too cold when he cracked the throttle. He was able to slide that car around. Oh, Ifola.
Oh, yeah. Oh, goodness me. That was never going to be good. That is a terrible, terrible image. Goodness me. Nothing about that was good. That car took a wild ride. It's such an awkward spot in the track.
And the red flags will be waved here, Chad. So race control very quickly bringing this car under, this field under control, sorry. And that red flag now has changed to safety car boards and flags. So very quickly, race control need to neutralise this race. And if you've just turned your television on to tune in to the Fox Sports broadcast, there has been a large incident on the opening lap here across the top of the hill.
So John Ifola at the wheel, driving for the Cedars racing team. And now we go red in the session. And second week here for the Toyotas that we've seen, a pretty big one. Actually, Peter Vodanovic had that one at Bathurst, and thankfully Peter was okay, able to get out of that car. Built so tough, these vehicles. We've seen their safety measures tested on multiple occasions, and so thankful for all of those safety features that are built into these cars. The crew at Neil Bates Motorsport, the technical team behind this series, they do such a good job with the roll cage system, and there is Neil Bates' son Harry behind the wheel. So procedure here, Andy, should be to either bring the cars into pit lane as the race has been suspended, or maybe onto the grid.
Yeah, so anytime you're in the driver's seat of a car and you see a red flag being waved, you know that there has been
has relinquished that championship lead here today. Doubt that they would. Oh, that's great. And that'll get a round of applause from the crowd here today at Sandown. John Ifola, again, proving the safety of these amazing little vehicles. Toyota, they build them tough, don't they? And today, they have been truly tested. This is a scary, scary moment. Let's have a look at this, Andy.
So Ifola is the red and yellow car there, out quite wide and exits to the driver's left. Makes light contact with that guardrail. That was okay, but it was the way that the car was barrel rolling and made contact with the tray on the back of the ute that caused some concern for me when we initially saw it. This is Ifola, he's out wide, he's on the marbles, he's trying to catch it. Didn't look like, for me, that there was any contact, and it was that incident there that got the car up onto two wheels. The next contact with the guardrail then continued that rotation. Thankfully, it was towards the back of the car that it landed on the tray of that recovery ute parked there. We can report, though, that John Ifola has been taken out of that car. He walked on his own with a little bit of help from Team Medical to the ambulance for what we call standard medical checks after an incident of this size. But this was massive, Chad. When we first saw him, or when I first saw him dart to the driver's left, all we could do was hold our breath and hope that John would be okay. And thankfully, as you mentioned, the cages in the Toyota 86 cars are incredibly strong. We've seen examples of that throughout the life form of this category, and these are replays of John being taken to the ambulance there that were going on from that Toyota 86. But let's have a look at this angle here. That car is in a sore and sorry state, but thankfully, because it's done its job and it's absorbed all that energy, John was able to get out of the car relatively safe.
Well explained, Andy. And unfortunately for the Lightning McQueen throwback, that car has taken a wild ride. John, okay, which is the good news.